Go check out FIFA Coins online for some amazing deals on buying coins. Link in the description. Hello guys, Mr. Aussie1990 here, and this is going to be a full transferred hybrid squad builder. The date I'm doing this is at the 21st of July 2013, just so people who watch this in the future are like, why the hell didn't you have this guy who was transferred? He may not have been transferred up to this point, and obviously if you see anybody who probably could have fit into this team, or anybody who could fit into anywhere in this team, I should say, be sure to leave that in the comments, of course. But we're going to go with our goalkeeper first. It's all in the 3-5-2 formation. It's not actually an all-gold team. I think there's 2 silvers in it, I think. And it's a little bit of a strange one, so just go with me on this one. But we've got quite a few goalkeepers in this formation. But we're going to go with this guy here, which is, of course, Rafael or whatever. He's just moved to Napoli in Serie A, obviously Brazilian goalkeeper. I think he was in Liga do Brazil before that. Decent goalkeeper. He's got an insanely long throw. I played, it says 1 game with this team, but I've been lagging out a lot of games recently. I think I managed about 3 games online with this team, even though it says 1 for some reason. But I played a couple of my friends as well, so I did get enough goals for the clips kind of things. But yeah, he had a really long throw, which obviously is one of my main things in the goalkeeper. If he's a decent goalkeeper and saves decent shots and has a long throw, I'm relatively happy. But we'll move on to our 3 centre-backs now. We are, in fact, going to be rocking Sylvester on this side, or Silvestri, I'm not too sure how to say his name. He's moved to Palermo, and if I'm not mistaken, Palermo have been relegated from Serie A, so he's obviously now going to be next year a Serie B player. But for now, he's in the Serie A. I'm thinking he moved from, I want to say, into Milan, but I'm not 100% sure on that one, so do leave in the comments if I'm wrong. The next card we're going to be using is, if I can find him, there he is, Ogbonna. Of course, what a player he is. To move to Juventus now, he's going to cost you 7, a fairly high amount considering he's only recently really changed badge. That is pretty much it. But he's a decent player and he gets a strong link with Sylvester there. We'll move on to our final centre-back, which is actually going to be, if I can find him, he's a silver. And it's a little bit of a strange one, you might think, but he's actually a really good card to play with in game. It's Daniel Ayala. Now, he's a really... I looked at him and thought I wanted a Spanish centre-back, and he was the one with the best stats overall, in my opinion. There was a couple more possibly better defensive stats, but weren't exactly pacey. He's got decent pace at 65, also 71 defending and heading respectively. He's also 6'3". He's also got a really good presence about him. I don't really know how to describe it, but he seems to win a lot of tackles and all that kind of thing. I don't know what his in-game stats look like, but he's a really good player overall for me, and I was happy to have him in the team. We'll move on to our 2 CDMs now, and you're going to get completely confused with the guy I got playing CDM here. It is Fernando Llorente. Now, I really wanted him in this team, but I absolutely did not want him up front. He's got an absolutely insane shot on him, I'll give him that. But apart from that, his pace lets him down dramatically. But in CDM, I'm not going to lie to you, he was actually really, really good, and it surprised the shit out of me. He's only in there for chemistry reasons, of course, and you might think that's a little bit weird. He's got like a low attacking work rate as well, so it kind of works well in CDM. He's like hovering around that midfield. He's got a really good long shot. You'll see one of the goals he scores in the clips. It's a decent strike. The goalkeeper probably should have done better with it, but what can you do? Move on to our second CDM now, which is actually going to be Illaramendi. I think I say it, Illaramendi or something along those lines. Recently transferred to Real Madrid. He was the only card on the market, so I've had to pay 40k for him because I really wanted him in this team. If you wanted to make it a bit of a cheaper team, you could actually take out Illaramendi and put in Benat. I didn't do that for this team reason, but that would make it a really quite a lot cheaper considering Benat's only like discard price pretty much. So Illaramendi was a really good player. He's a holding defensive mid player. He's got decent stats. Actually, really hasn't got decent stats in this card. It's a 75 pass and 73 dribbling, which is okay. Apart from that, pretty mediocre stats. But of course, he's going to get a massive upgrade, I would say, next year because he's a really, really good player. Move on to our gold right mid now, which is actually going to be Jose Callejon. Recently moved to Napoli, of course. Still good old Spanish, but he's actually been moved to a right mid from I think it was a centre forward, not a striker, but he was up in the middle kind of area. Now he's a right mid, so you could have him in the right wing position in a Serie A team, which I think they're lacking a little bit in Serie A, if I'm not mistaken, on the right wing kind of side. But he's got decent pace. Only downward thing about him is his weak foot and skill moves aren't great at 2-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. But apart from that, he's a relatively good player. Move on to our left mid now, which is of course going to be David Villa, transferred to Atletico Madrid from Barcelona. Good transfer for them, I do believe, and probably a good transfer for him as well. Get a lot of game time. I don't see him playing as a left mid for them though. I'm pretty sure he'll probably be a striker for them. In my opinion, I don't really know because they got like I can't really think who they got. They've lost Falcao, haven't they? So David Villa is probably going to be his replacement in a way. I don't know if they bought anybody else. Leave that in the comments if you know. Moving on to our cam now, which is going to be Thiago, transferred to Bayern Munich. Gets strong links, or not strong links actually. He gets orange links with all the Spanish people around him. So that's pretty good chemistry links there. Decent player, but he's okay. But I prefer his I mean, in real life, absolutely amazing player. I was quite happy that he went to Bayern Munich, actually, because I didn't really want him at Man U, because I'm not a massive Man U fan, and it looked like he was going to go to Man U, but I'm happy he went to Bayern Munich, and it hopefully does really well for them. But in-game, I've been using his man of match card. He was absolutely incredible, but his regular card doesn't seem that great. He's okay, but I would probably hope that he gets an upgrade in next year. I mean, he's got okay stats, but he just seems a little bit off his game, and maybe in Cam is the wrong position for him. But I'll move on to our 2 strikers now, and it is actually going to be, if I can find them, I've got a lot of bloody strikers in 3-5-2. Arona Kone, of course, the man himself, and he's going to get a perfect link, or not a perfect link, but a pretty much massively strong link. We've obviously newly transferred Wilfried Boney, so it's Boney and Kone up front. We've done well with that. Coney's pretty cheap because he's only, again, just changed badge because he played for Wigan before, but he plays for Everton now. And Boney, absolute tank in this game. Played 5, scored 3 of them. It says scored a few goals against my friends as well. I probably would have played it that way round, I think, because Boney's better cutting in on his strong foot. He's only got 3-star skill, he's a little bit of a letdown, but he's a Drogba-type player, in my opinion. He is probably the, that kind of specimen of a man. But yeah, that is the team in all its glory. It's 99 chemistry, as you can see there. A couple of trolls, 6 chems, 7 chems, whatever. You can see in the corner, 99 chemistry. It definitely gets 99 chemistry. It is a very strong team. Like I said, if you wanted to make it a little bit cheaper and a little bit more of a budget team, you can just chuck Bennett in there. He gets 9 chem as well. He's a relatively cheap player, about a K. But I bought him in CDM. He's a regular centre mid. All these players were bought in 3-5-2 as well, so the prices are pretty decent in my opinion. Ogbonna being 7.9k, probably the most expensive. I actually bought Llorente in centre mid for 1.4k. I thought that was insane because he goes for that in striker, and obviously a counter centre mid card is pretty expensive to buy. But I wouldn't advise having Llorente there. You could probably get away with Felipe Melo in a different kind of team, but he wouldn't get 9 chem. I don't think David Villa or Thiago would get 9 chem in that situation. But that is Team in all its glory. Hopefully you've enjoyed it up to this point. If you could leave a like, that would be absolutely amazing. Leave in the comments 3 players you'd like to see in a new hybrid squad builder. Any 3 players you want to see, maybe if they're transferred, in form, out of the match. I've got a decent amount of coins at the moment, so be sure to leave that in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the clips, enjoy the music, enjoy the goals. See you again next time, and bye-bye.